Now you know where we've seen each other.
Salt Lake City,
big love for Utah, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Autumn. The Johnson boys. Everybody was in that movie.
Yeah. No, we had a blast. I mean, they were in the one previous as well. Well, a couple of them in Waffle Street and Small Town Crime.
Yeah, love Utah. Big love for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love you here too. Come back soon.
Don't worry, we will.
It's always on our radar, man. We pitch it every time.
So Fatman is such a surprise, first of all, because it's, I don't think it's what people are going to expect unless they read the notes on it.
Sure.
And I go back to, when I first watched Bill Murray's Scrooged, at the very beginning, they had this movie with Lee Majors they were producing. This is that movie.
I constantly wonder, because I love Scrooge, but I haven't seen it in a while, and I constantly wonder if I subconsciously had some Lee Majors in mind, because when he popped in that white suit, and I've watched it recently because people talked about it, I went, whoa, and I pull it up, and when he pops in that white suit, it is hysterical.
Yeah, it's such a great bit.
Yeah, and of course Santa's saying, you've been a very good boy, Lee. But in producing something like this and directing something like this, I mean, was there any consternation on your part that you're reinventing the Santa Claus legend?
I mean, we were certainly trying to, honestly.
And what excited us about it is this seemed to be a territory that hadn't been explored yet. So we were like going to try to take the fantastical, give it this grounded spin, explore some of Chris's idiosyncrasies, his foibles, and then give him like real world human problems.
Yeah, like we'd seen Tim Allen do it, in a very child friendly way. We'd seen, the guy come down your chimney with a hatchet and try to get you. And then we were like, what happens if he's real? What happens how do we manage those powers? How do we manage, where he lives, what he's doing?
Many conversations on like, could he actually sustain himself at the North Pole? I think Alaska's probably going to be better.
Yeah.
But, the sense of humor running through this is just terrific, too. I mean, this is just great casting all in all. Marianne is just a marvelous actress and brings so much to the role, as well as Mrs. Kringle.
I couldn't agree more.
So excited to get Marianne. I remember when we sat down with her right off the top, and she was like, where's the geography on this character? What's my accent? Like, where do I dig in, boys? And we're like, just listening to that beautiful British accent. And we're like, that's it right there. Like, we want you.
And I remember her taking a pause, and she's like, ooh, I like that. And I think that she just instantly, like we were, like, very excited about what the possibilities were for a backstory for them as like, okay, it's international story now. She's got a British accent. Where did he meet her? What was that like?
What sleigh ride was he on?
Were you boys ever disappointed at Christmas? And this is also in the background.
This is a grudge match against Santa. We've always had a bone to pick with that man. No, we actually had great Christmases. Our parents were amazing. Christmas was the extravaganza.
It was the pinnacle of the year.
Yeah. It was. And they went hard at Christmas, and we looked forward to it and had a blast every year. But yeah, I really feel like this came from just our love of films like Unbreakable is a good one to think about, because it really grounds that superhero. We were trying to do the same thing with Santa.
And it's interesting too. Like there's a story where I remember Mom and Dad came up, and we'd gone to bed, and they ran in there like, Santa just came, and we're like, what? We ran out, and there's they furtively hid all the presents on the tree, and then my dad goes, look out the door, he's outside. And so I ran outside. I was on the patio, and I looked up, and I would, hand on my heart, swear I saw a silhouette of the big man going right across the moon.
In our last moments together, we've about a minute left. Okay. Tell me a little bit about working with Mel, and was there a lot of fun on the set? Was there a lot of joking going on?
I think the best atmosphere you could, as you're watching the film, that you can see how it feels on set, is probably at the end of a couple of Marianne and Mel scenes, when they start improving and riffing with each other, when she's picking up a rolling pin and he's like, hey, how are we doing today? Like those type of moments were how it felt on set. And they were so warm and loving together. And even though Walton and Chance had to be the villains in this film, we had a lot of laughs in between those moments.
Yeah, Walt Groggins is also amazing, and what a villain he is.
Yeah, he turned it up to 11 for us.
Yeah. Anyway, gentlemen, it's such a pleasure to see you guys again.
Tony, good to see you, man.
I loved being on the set of Waffle Street. It was a lot of fun, and Danny's such a good friend of mine. And what a great movie
that man.
is.
That relationship continues. That's fantastic. Yeah, we had a lot of. I mean, and for us, it was like we're big fans of Lethal Weapon. Working with Danny a few years earlier, and then working with Mel, and they both couldn't have more, better things to say about each other. It's really been a treat, man.
And don't think we didn't pick his brain about Lethal 5.
Well, yeah, I'm getting too old for this. Gentlemen, thank you so much, and you have a great day, and we'll see you here in Utah, please.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
We'll be back. Don't you worry.
This celebrity interview is sponsored by...
I'm Annette Civarella with Pia Anderson Moss Hoyt, Utah's leading entertainment law firm, serving clients nationwide. We provide solid, attentive representation focusing on minimizing risk, reducing cost, and protecting the reputation and privacy of our clients. Our goal is to provide you with the legal representation you need to make the right decisions and to protect you and your creative works. Call or email me for a free consultation.